Welcome to Fire Breathing Kittens, an actual play podcast. Every episode microplot is a complete adventure with a beginning and an end that fits into the overarching macroplot of the whole season. Because they stand sturdily on their own, you can listen to these adventures in any order and can skip any you don't enjoy. Hopefully you do enjoy today's adventure. Today we are playing using the combat mechanics from a game called The One Ring, Edition 2 specifically. It's our first time playing, so we might make some mistakes. I probably will. If you enjoy these mechanics, you can find The One Ring on the One Ring website. Build your own One Ring character and play a game with friends. Speaking of friends, today we are joined by Newson.
Greetings. Newson is a person of indeterminate gender and average build and height. If you look closely at them, you might see their skin is a slightly waxy colour and appearance, and they always wear a hat. If you peered even closer, you might see their ears are slightly pointy, but they generally keep to themselves and will be found sitting in the corner observing what's going on and waiting for something exciting to happen.
Wonderful. We are also joined by Wilford.
Hello! I am Tinker Troll and a bit of a scholar by trade. For the One Ring system, Wilford is going to be using the mechanics of a hobbit, specifically a scholarly hobbit. I tend to wear a bit of a coverall outfit, goggles on my head. I'm an elderly Tinker Troll, so I've got a long, bushy mustache, salt and pepper, distinguished for a man of my age. And for things that might be pertinent for a listener at home, he is currently rocking a Bacapult, which is going to be the bow rating, and he's got a strength of 2, a heart of 6, wits of 6, and he's got 1 in valor and 2 in virtues. And so those things might mean things for the folks at home.
Wonderful. Well, Newson and Wilford, you find yourselves standing in the rain. The rain slicks the cobbles of a main street. Through the fog, you can see warm light spilling from a tall inn built into the side of the hill. Its upper windows are bright and busy. A sign swings in the wind. A prancing white pony on a green field, one hoof raised as if to dance. There's a few other people stumbling through the rain, but instead it's mostly you two standing outside this inn.
Wilford is standing there, the rainwater dripping off of his slick white mustache, matting it to his face as he shakes his head like a dog and says, I gotta get out of this, and makes a quick beeline for the door of the inn.
Newson is a bit slower to react, seemingly unfazed by the rain running down their face and their overcoat. But when Wilford goes, Newson looks around and then steadily trudges afterwards, heading into the inn as well.
Seeing the other figure following, I'll hold the door and coming out of the rain, stranger.
That's very kind of you. Thank you.
Not fit for man or beast out there. Well, I suppose some beasts. I think ducks quite like this weather.
Yes, I'm not so familiar with ducks, but I'm sure you're right.
It's at that moment that you two see a very familiar symbol on each other in determined places. It's the fire-breathing kitten symbol.
Ah, are you a member of the fire-breathing kittens?
Wilford looks down, sees that his coveralls have shape changed a little bit in the travel, that they're now more of a bit of a leather vest or corselet, and so the image of the tattoo on his collarbone is visible, and he says, indeed I am. Are you familiar with the fire-breathing kittens?
I am. I have been on many exciting adventures and have some very good friends in the fire-breathing kittens.
Oh, excellent. Let's grab a table and we can maybe swap some tales and figure out what's going on here.
That would be most agreeable, thank you.
Entering into what is now clearly the Prancing Pony, the main common room is a high-ceilinged hall lit by lanterns and firelight. Oak beams blackened with smoke support a galley where there are hobbits and men leaning on different rails to listen to the talk below. Long trestle tables overflow with mugs of ale, trenchers of roast, and the hum of gossip. You have farmers, rangers in travel-stained cloaks, some dwarves, and some bree hobbits with pipe smoke curling around their heads. The smell is unmistakable: wood smoke, malt, wet wool, and pepper stew. Every few minutes, the front door bangs open, letting in a draft of rain and laughter. And you see a red-faced bartender behind the bar yelling out, "Right then, beer for the big folks, half pints for the little, and mind you wipe your feet."
Wilford goes to wipe his feet and realizes he doesn't have any shoes anymore for some reason. Like, I don't quite know what's going on here, and wipes his bare feet on the rug.
Newson will copy Wilford, but does have some boots on.
Tell me, Newson, what brings you here? I was traveling through the fairy realm myself, and I appear to have... My return to Nicomoy seems to have gone awry somewhat.
Yes, something similar has happened to me. I was also travelling back to Nicomoy after having been investigating reports of some wraiths, but and then the storm came, and the next thing I knew, I saw this inn, and and you standing there. So I take it this isn't anywhere near Nicomoy.
Nowhere that's familiar to me.
Well, perhaps we can ask someone local and find out a bit more about what's going on and where we are.
Well, as you take a seat at the table, a hobbit-sized young woman carrying more trays than seems possible walks up to your table where you're sitting down. She'll say, "Hello, my name's Nob. You two look new. Can I get you something to drink?"
"Hello, Nob. It's very nice to meet you. I'm Newson, and I would like some water, please."
Water. Okay, you can get some water. And for you?
Was it Nub or Knob?
Nob.
Knob. I'll have I hear the half pints are what's the appropriate.
I said that in Wilford's accent. Nob. She'll say, "Well, wonderful." She'll take your orders and she'll bustle over to the bartender, who huffs and gruffs at water, and he'll fill up your glasses, and Nob will come wandering back over and set them down.
Tell me, Nob, what's the news around these parts? What's the lay of the land, so to speak?
Oh, not good news. Usual stuff. But right now, I've lost her accent entirely. This is how she sounds now. That always happens to me. She'll say that the only thing happening right now is Tobald. Tobald's disappeared. But that's about it. I got to get back to work. You can talk to Parliament if you need more information, but I have to get back to work. And she seems very stressed and concerned, and hobbles off, go talk to other people and just keep her mind in serving. But she gestured toward the bartender and then departs.
Well, she seemed concerned about something. Perhaps we should follow her advice and talk to that barman, did she say?
Yeah, did you catch she said a name, but I didn't catch it.
I think it was Tobald.
Well, I think Tobald's the one that's missing. I think the barkeep had a different name. That's the one I missed.
Ah.
Well, I better go ask. And I'll lead the way up to the bar and say, "Barkeep!"
Newson will follow along as per usual.
The barkeep will tumble over. He's got thick white hair, big ruddy cheeks. He's very boisterous. It's unmistakable. He is full of life. And he'll say, gentlemen, welcome to the Prancing Pony. My name is Barleyman Butterbur.
It is delightful to meet you, Barleyman Butterbur. I am Newson.
Barleyman, I hear from Nob that you may have information about one Tobald who's gone missing.
Tobald? Oh, you mean Tobald.
Oh,
Tobald. Tobald Heathertoes. Yes. Yeah, it's a sad thing there. Nob is always one for gossip. You know, it's just local things. It's not anything for you to really worry yourselves about. Unless you happen to be adventurers. We get some of those around this type, and he'll gesture towards a mysterious figure in the corner, covered in a cloak, smoking a pipe.
I've been known to do a bit of adventuring in my day.
Ah.
Indeed. We are both members of a guild that is famous for its adventurers.
A famous guild? That's perfect timing, then. What coincidence. He'll pull out a damp letter. You can kind of make out the name on it, but it says Marigold Heathertoes. He'll say, it's Marigold's boy, Tobald. He went off to pick herbs by moonlight, he was. It's a good time for herb picking. But the mists rolled in from the downs, and he's not come back. And Marigold is beside herself. We haven't really sent anybody to go look. The downs are not a place you wish to go, unless you are of strong, sturdy type.
I have been described as sturdy in the past, and my companion here, Wilford, seems very competent. So I think perhaps we're the ones for this task.
I'm less the strong and sturdy type, but I've been known to hold up under pressure. And with that, he tinks his prosthetic leg from when he lost it to a zombie bite, and there's a loud tink, tink, tink.
Oh, that's wow. I've never seen someone with a prosthetic leg before. As he's admiring your prosthetic leg, the mysterious figure from the corner, draped in a long cloak, smoking a pipe, will stand up and walk over. He's much taller than the hobbits are. He's very handsome with long brown hair. And he will sit down next to you, and clearly a human. And he will say, "Do I hear you speaking of the Downs?"
Yes. Barleyman Butterbur here was just saying that a young lad has gone missing on the Downs, and we were offering to investigate, because we don't like the thought of a young person being lost on their own.
Well, that, and we're also coincidences tend to overlap, and we're investigating mysterious disappearances and appearances.
He'll nod solemnly. My name is Aaron Dill. I am a ranger. I would advise you, honestly, to let the boy just be at peace. The Downs are a haunted place. It's many people have been lost there, not just this one. I was past there 2 nights ago, though. I did see a green fire flickering there, but I cannot go investigate. My road lies to the west. But he'll pause and he'll look both of you directly in the eyes, kind of measuring your courage. He'll say, if you would take up this errand, though, it might be the saving of us all.
It's certainly our
It
intent.
feels like a wild swing between just leave the Boyford lost to this may or may not hold the whole matter of everyone's safety.
If we were to go, and that certainly is our intention, is there any more advice you can give us, having passed through the area recently?
Oh, that's so good. It sounds like time for our very first roll. Make a persuade check to earn his confidence. It's a TN 14. And you can both try for this roll if you would like.
Newson is not very persuasive, so he's likely to leave that sort of activity to Wilford.
I'll have an opportunity to roll dice. So my understanding is that I'm going to roll the fate die for a D12, and then I've got Wilford has 2 pips in persuade, and so I'll roll 2 D6s, and I'll kind of add that all together.
Perfect.
Depending on what I get. So I got a 4 on the fate die, which is fine, and then got 8 total on the success die. So 4 plus 8 is 12.
Okay. The TN
I
was
don't know that there was any ability to like assist or do things like that. That might have needed to be a before thing.
I'm willing to adjust. Let's see.
Does hope need to be spent beforehand, or can I spend it retroactively, or like once I know the outcome?
That is a good question.
I think it's first, unfortunately.
All right, he doesn't trust us. Fail forward. I love it.
He does not trust you. He does not have as much confidence. But he will turn to you and he will say, I think the only thing that I can give you is maybe a bit of information about what you might face there. The Barrows or the Downs hold a dangerous place. It was once the place of a great battle. Belagor, son of Barrow-downs, fell there and was buried in the mound, sealed within it by his surviving soldiers. And now it's a cursed place. Many people that wander in there never come back out. My advice to you would be to go in cautiously and leave as quickly as you can.
So Belagor was buried in the mound at the Downs?
Yes, Belagor, son of Barrow-downs, was buried in the mound in the Downs. How very Tolkien.
Is it important that we know that Belagor's dad was Barrow-downs? Is that going to become pertinent later?
Not in the slightest, but this is how Tolkien rolls. You must know that they were the son of so-and-so, even if you never meet so-and-so ever.
But all information is useful, I believe.
Yes.
How long ago was Belagor buried there?
Oh, so long ago.
Oh, so not recently. It's not like a recent curse
Not
and
a
haunting.
recent. No.
No.
Specifically when the Witch King of Angmar rose from the north.
Oh.
However long ago that was in this time period.
Well, your guess is better than ours.
Suddenly you see 4 hobbits burst into the Prancing Pony. Another mysterious figure in the corner pops up. Anyways. Sorry.
How many corners does this bar have?
So, more than it should. There's an unusual amount of dark corners for a bustling inn. It is not lit very well. Barleyman will pipe in and say, "Oh, don't listen to Arundel. Not that many people are lost there." And you, again, you look like sturdy, hardy, adventuring folks. And Tobald, he's just a wee lad. He's very sweet. He could really use some rescuing, if you don't mind.
What's the acceptable threshold of people who've been lost on accursed downs?
Well, people get lost in lots of places here.
That's fair.
It's every day. There's giant spiders. There's orcs. There's, trees that'll eat you. Like it's a dangerous world. It's kind of like Australia, if you've ever heard of that place.
And in a way, we're lost ourselves, aren't we, Wilford, already?
I was going to say, this is a strange place that we've arrived at.
Yeah. Yes. Are you not from here?
I bet that's not super relevant. So Tobald's out there. We better go save this lad.
Well, okay. Well, I'll point you in the way of the mounds and the downs. The mounds in the downs. He'll draw you a very crude map. And say, you're welcome to stay the night if you'd like to. It is raining out there, I'll give you a room for discount, not for free, but I'll give it for a discount on account of you going after Tobald. Or you can leave right now. That's up to you, but it's dark out, so I don't know why you'd want to go into a haunted mound now, but that's your choice.
The element of surprise.
But if what the ranger said is true, it might be wiser to wait until the morning.
Would it be wiser to wait till morning, or is this one of those, every moment counts for poor Tobald situations?
Well, every moment does count for Tobald. That is a good... he has been missing for several days now. So...
Several days? I thought it was just he had gone out mushroom picking earlier this afternoon and didn't come home.
I believe it was herb collecting.
Herb collecting. It does take a while for letters to get to places, and it is a little bit of a journey to get to the downs and to the mounds within the downs. So you might have to start your journey now. Now that I think of it, I have no rooms available. You should leave now.
Well, I suppose that makes this a simpler decision. Newson, do you have anything that you need before we would set out?
I don't think so. I think I have everything I need with me.
It sounds like this might take some time to get there. If you don't have rooms, do you have some provisions, Barleyman?
Oh, yes, absolutely. And he'll pull out 2 ready-go packs, because that's how adventuring works here. They just have a store full of bags with provisions in them for weary travelers that might pass by and have nothing on them. It has provisions for several days. Some lemnis bread, because of course you gotta have lemnis bread. Randomly, there's potatoes inside, just raw potatoes. And, like a bedroll, because you gotta have a bedroll. And he'll just hand it over and say, if you bring back Tobald, you can have these for free. If you don't bring him back, you owe me money.
This is a strange business model, but certainly acceptable.
Perfect. Yes, so now you have adventuring packs with indeterminate items inside of it, depending on what you need. They're not bags of holding, but sometimes you just have things that you didn't expect at the bottom of your knapsack. Are you ready to part the Prancing Pony and begin your adventure, rescuing Tobald Heathertoes from the mounds?
I am ready.
I have one more question.
Yes.
Go right ahead.
It's a question with 2 parts. One is, if we find Tobald, should we bring him back here or take him to his home? We don't know where that is. And the other related question is there anything distinctive about Tobald or a picture of him so we can recognize him? He's a young lad, small in stature, I understand, and so we may guess we see him, but I just wondered if he had any distinctive features.
Oh, well, you can bring him back. You bring it back here. His mother, Marigold, will be coming here to hold a council to discuss what to do about the mounds in a day or so. Because obviously we're not going in to rescue him, but now that you are, that would be good. And, gosh, well, I suppose he looks a lot like Marigold, except for a little boy. So it's bright copper hair, green eyes, really bushy toes. It's a great Hobbit feature, bushy toes. Hence his name, Heather Toes. Obviously.
That's interesting, because I would assume from his first name that his toes would be bald. So I'm glad we got that clarification.
Well, they thought Tobald, but then his last name is Heather Toes, so it's a good amount of down on there. It's not as bushy as his father. His father is Bushwell Heather Toes. Anyways. I say, I've got to get back to work. There's so many hobbits that are clamming for half pints and mysterious rangers holding up their empty glasses. Arendelle will sink back to his shadowy corner with his pipe. And the Prancing Pony resumes its jovial atmosphere.
Well, it seems we have all the information we're going to gather, Wilford. Shall we attempt to follow this crude map?
Let's. And as they head out, one of the things that I noticed on character creation was that with a common income, I can afford a knackered pony. And so as they get out the door, Wilford starts pulling different pieces of apparatus out of his pack, and his personal pack, not the one that they just got from Barleyman, and just slots things together and creates the personal overland automaton version number 3.3, also known affectionately as the Pony, and sets himself up to trot along and follow the map.
That's perfect. Does it only fit you, or does it fit both of you?
I mean, it's kind of a knackered pony model, so it's a little rickety, but we could give it a shot.
I think Newson is probably happy to walk alongside. Newson's legs are considerably longer than Wilford's.
Yeah, this is just to bring me up to speed and let me not weary so quickly.
Perfect. Well, you are riding on Pony, and Newson is striding along with his with their sort of elf legs. Outside, breeze cobblestones gleam with moonlight, and in the far east, mist crawls like white fire over the low hills. So now we head into the journey phase, where you guys have to take your journey rolls. Such as the guide or the hunter or the lookout. And you guys can decide which one you want to be. There's other roles as well, I think.
Well, Newson is not highly skilled at hunting. If only we had some sort of ranger to go along with us. But I guess that wasn't to be. But being a planner at heart, Newson is quite skilled in travel, and they have the map that was given them by Barleyman, so Newson is prepared to plan the route.
I think that Wilford would be well set up to be a lookout for this crew.
Great. Awesome. Okay, so Newson can be the guide, I think, and roll travel if that works for you.
Yep.
Wonderful. And for my lookout, you are rolling explore.
Got it. All right.
So Newson has rolled, I have rolled on Newson's behalf, I guess, 18, which is higher than my target number of 16.
Great. That is perfect. You perfectly guide using the crude map that you were given by Barleyman with no problem. Even the parts that look like they don't make any sense, you somehow manage to navigate them.
And I rolled a 6 on one of my 6-sided dice.
Oh, great.
Which means I believe I get some extra benefit.
Yes. That is a...
So it makes it a great success, is that right?
Yes. Excuse us while we try to learn how to play this game. Yes, so one success makes it a great success, which means that your accomplishment was out of the ordinary. I will say that leads you to a specific person along your path. It's a little hobbit, woman, old, bent over, and you can meet her in just a second. Did you finish your lookout roll?
Well, I was just
Wilford?
quickly scanning because I was familiarizing myself and noticed on page 109 of the guide, if anyone's following along at home, that it suggests that if the company counts less than 4 player heroes, then one or more adventurers will have to take on the duty of multiple roles. Particularly because I was looking to find out my explorer skill is not so great, but my awareness is pretty good, which is what made me think a lookout was a good fit. It looks like scouts use explore, lookouts use awareness, and hunters use hunting, which makes sense. But we need to fill kind of each of those slots. So maybe I do an explorer roll for scouting and then an awareness roll for looking out.
That sounds perfect.
Although I do also think...
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, I was going to say you are correct.
Lord,
I was looking at the wrong thing, so it is awareness instead of explore. I was looking at scout.
But I also think that don't the subsidiary roles only come in when something goes wrong on the journey? So if I think if I'd failed my travel roll, then we would have had some sort of unfortunate encounter, and then that would have targeted one of the other roles. And then we'd have to make a check to see if we defeated that encounter. But I think because, again, as we said at the start, this is our first time playing. Yes. But I think because I was successful, we travel without incident.
Oh, great.
And I do, I think, we're playing a lot of theater of the mind. I think that it would vary if we were working off the map and had like a concrete, this many hexes we're trying to go. And so successes and failures on different rolls would allow us to get certain amounts of distance with or without mishap. And so over the course of successive rolls, you would make a long or a short journey. But I think we're just heading over to the Downs. That ain't that far away.
Surely not. Well, wonderful. Well, we will roll with Newsom's amazing roll. Great success roll, sorry, to use the right terminology. And I will describe, so the air grows heavy with dew, wind sighs through tall grasses, and gray stones jut from the earth like half-buried teeth. And as you are walking along, you encounter, you round the bend, you find a small fire burning beneath a crooked willow. A hobbit in a patched green cloak stirs a pot that smells of mint and feverfew. Her pony grazes nearby, watching you with wide, nervous eyes. As you round the corner, she'll stand up. She's humming a small tune, and then when the wind shifts and she sees you, she goes, "Mercy, don't creep up an old hobbit like that. I nearly spilled the whole brew. I did. Not that it mattered. Nothing grows proper east of here anymore. Come here, come close to the fire, and introduce yourselves."
"Hello, you may call me Wilford."
"And I am Newson."
"Oh, well, lovely to meet you. My name is Rowan. Why are you out in the dark creeping around like this?"
"One could ask the same of you. Not creeping, I suppose, just here with your fire. But we are traveling with great haste."
"Oh."
It's not our intention to creep. We are just naturally quiet movers.
Interesting. Naturally. You're not from around here, are you? You would know that it's not safe to be out in the dark on your own.
Well, we have each other, and we have a strong reason to be out in the dark. We are looking for a young lad called Tobald who has gone missing.
Oh.
You haven't seen a young hobbit boy with coppery hair in the last few days, have you?
No. But if he was wandering towards the downs, then he's probably not coming back. And she looks quite sad.
That's a pretty dour outlook. We haven't even made it there yet.
She'll shake her head and she'll say, I had a friend once, Lark. She knew the downs, but she was also lost. So, and this was many an age ago at this point. Gosh, it's just not a safe place. You know, the hills, they used to sing, and sometimes you can hear it if the wind's just right. But it's the voices of ghosts now. It's just not safe there.
Do you have memory of when the hills used to sing, or that's just what the stories say?
That's just what the stories say. It's been ages. I'm not that old. She'll laugh.
Excellent. I was worried that you might have a strange story here.
No, not a strange story. It's it is a strange story. Even the ones that come back are always different. They're always lost in their head. I would call it shadow sick. They're never the same person ever again. The ones that come back, they're whispering other people's names, and they end up passing away, usually within the winter. But Lark never came back. And your lad that you're looking for probably won't either.
Well, if he won't come back on his own, then, as you've suggested, then it's even more urgent that we find him and bring him back.
Well, that's fair. You can... Let's see. Do either of you want to try an insight or a persuade roll? She looks like she's kind of hesitant to tell you more of what she might know. She doesn't want you to go into the Barrow-downs.
Yeah, I'd be interested in trying to gain some insight into what's going on with this individual.
Sure.
All right. I got 2 pips in insight.
Okay.
Do we know target number up front?
Yes. Target number is 13 for an insight.
I'm like doing the math in my head. I'm like, I feel like I should spend a hope on this. So that'll give me an extra D6.
Okay.
So I'll go from 16 to 15 hope, and then I will roll 3D6 and 1D12 to see what we get.
Okay.
What absolute nonsense. So on my 3D6, I got a total of 4, 2, 1, 1. So this is we got to really roll the lights out here on this D12. And another 4 for a total of 8 ain't gonna do it.
Oh no. Okay.
Wilford furrows his brow and stares deeply into the eyes of this hobbit woman, trying to gain more insight into what causes her to be so guarded about other people going to the downs.
She does not like your intense eye contact. And she's just are you okay there, sir?
Wilford just waggles his eyebrows a little bit and holds the silence, trying to force her to reveal more in the uncomfortable silence that hangs between them.
She'll say, "Why don't you have a seat?" And she'll like spoon out some of the brew she was making. It smells very interesting. And she'll say, "Would you like a cup of tea?"
I will take the cup and bring it to my lips, but not actually imbibe until I've seen her do the same.
Newson will sit down and also take a cup of whatever she's offering. Newson is not very good with people, but they are very interested in knowledge and law, being a scholar, and so Newson is going to try to attempt to riddle the more information about the Downs out of the lady as they sit sharing this interesting brew.
Ooh, okay. Would you like to explain riddle for our listeners?
So riddle is both, I think, part of there's the traditional riddle game that exists in Middle Earth, but I think in this game it's also a way of trying to work things out, deduce things. It's a deductive skill, and so and when you're trying to get at hidden things as well. So that I think that's what Newson is trying here, is trying to by asking factual information, going to try to tease out what's underneath the lady's words. So riddle, I've got 2 pips on that, so 2d6 plus the 12, but it's a favoured skill, so I get to roll 2d12 and pick the better one.
Oh, great.
Well, the better one was the Gandalf rune, so I succeed automatically.
Yay! That's awesome. Okay. You will successfully riddle with her. She is kind of muttering as she is fixing your tea, and she will drink it herself as well. It's very earthy and herby when you drink it, if you take a drink of it, but nothing harms you. And she'll say, it was an old place. It's a very old place. Yes, and on nights, the downs, they glow green, and it means that someone is remembering him. The one the downs are haunted with. Did you hear of Belagor?
We have heard that name before, yes. We believe he's buried on the Downs.
Yes, he is buried on the Downs. It's an old story. A long time ago, he was a captain of the guard. Back when the Witch King, back when the Witch King rose from the north, he was a commander of a small host of men who held the Barrow-downs where you're headed, as a line of defense for the southern frontier. But the captain, they fought very hard. They kept fighting on, but this was the last stand. When Angmar's hosts came down, they were surrounded, but he refused to flee. Belagor did. He was mortally wounded while defending this barrow, and then rather than abandon the area, he ordered his soldiers to seal him within the barrow itself, swearing to guard the land even in death. But Angmar's sorcery has twisted everything in this area. What the oath should have been, was something of honor and sacrifice. But Angmar, that evil old bastard, he makes everything awful and twisted. And now, well, anyone that wanders into the Barrow-downs comes back. If they come back, they're twisted, just like the curse.
And you mentioned this green light. Can you tell us more about that? Is that I wasn't sure from your story. Is it a good thing or a bad thing, the green light? What does it signify?
Usually it's on the nights when the ghosts are most active. It's when someone is remembering him. Perhaps now, I'm sure you could look over and see a faint green now that we're talking of him. And it's true, if you do look over in the direction that the map is heading you towards, the mist has like a faint green sheen to it. She said it's like he lives on in memory. it's like our fear of the place perpetuates it, keeps it going. But people keep disappearing. You can't help but be afraid of it. You can't help remembering him because he continues to haunt us. And I'm sure your boy is probably experiencing something no one would ever want to. Buried in the ghosts, down underneath the barrows.
Well, then we must find him. We won't want him to have that horrible experience.
Well, I can give you something. Something to help you. I mean, since I lost Lark, I've done a lot of traveling, and a lot of research, I suppose you could say, and I have a bit of a song fragment for you, if you'd like. That might help you a little, if you face Belagor and his ghostly state.
I am very fond of song. I would very much like to hear it.
I will not sing it because I do not have a lovely singing voice, but I will tell you what it says. It says, "Sleep now, bright one, under hill and stone. The stars will guard thee, though the sun is gone." And so song is a mechanic within the One Ring. I lost the page in the rules. There it is. So you can use a song in specific instances to help you with whatever you're facing, or sometimes it keeps your spirits up if you're walking, or it can help you ignore the effects of being weary, things like that. So this is a fragment of a song that you guys can use at some point if you would like to.
Sleep now, bright one, under hill and stone. The stars will guard thee. What was
Though the sun is gone.
Though the sun is gone.
And its target number for song is 14. It gives you advantage if you sing it. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So Rowan will say, yes, if you're determined to go in there and see the fate of Tobald, you will probably face Belagor, but hopefully this will help you a little in your journey.
Yes, as well as your most refreshing tea.
Yeah, no, you're quite welcome. She'll blush a little bit. It was something that Lark taught me a while ago.
And maybe we will see when we return. How long ago did you lose Lark, if it's not too painful to discuss?
Probably, 30 or 40 moons ago. A long time ago. Years, cycles. I forget what Tolkien's year is. A while ago. Yes, she was a great friend. A wonderful herbalist. And unfortunately, the Downs are famous for their herbs. They have so many out there that are very rare. So it lures a lot of people out there. It's probably what your Tobald was looking for.
Yes, I believe so. I don't know much about herbs myself, but I understand what you're saying. Well, and we have a clue as well. We can follow the green light if we're not sure where to go.
Yes. If you think of Belagor, if you think of his memory and you speak of him, the green light should lead you. Not many people want to go towards it, so that would be a first, probably.
Well, shall we essay it, Wilford?
Yes, let's. And he surreptitiously dumps the tea that he didn't drink out on the ground before handing back the cup.
Give me a...
Do you want a stealth roll on that one?
Yeah, give me a stealth roll on that one.
All right. Well, I'm favored at stealth, so I'm going to roll 2d12, take the better, and roll 3d6 on the success dice. Man, 2d... Oh, good. Those weren't the right dice anyway. I'm going to re-roll those. Okay, so I got a 9 on the d12, and then 14 for a total of 23.
Perfect. She doesn't see a single thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, great. Thank you. Yes. Yes, if you need anything, I'll be here through the night. You'll probably reach the Barrow within the next hour or so. Within the next hour or so. But be careful. The Downs have other creatures besides ghosts.
We'll have
We
to
will
be
most
attentive
certainly.
and stealthy.
Indeed. Do you have any more questions of Rowan before you continue your journey?
No, I'm prepared to continue. I did have a quick look at the journey rules because I wasn't sure that what I'd said was correct, and I was slightly erroneous in what I said. That the successful travel roll just makes the number of hexes you can travel before you encounter an event larger. So you still will meet an event, but it will be much later, and then the event will target one of the other roles, basically. So one of the other party roles, yeah.
Okay.
And then they have to make a check. But I think probably because the distances we're talking about here are not great, that actually it comes to the same thing, because probably that successful travel roll would be enough to get us all the way to the point. Again, as Wilford's saying, we don't have the map, right? So theatre of a mind. So we're sticking our thumbs in the air.
Yeah.
But it's three hexes plus one for the extra success, right? For the success dice. So that would be 4 hexes.
But it
rather
doesn't
than the
describe how far 4 hexes is. How much travel is a hex? Is a good question.
I suspect there is a map in the rule book.
Probably. Yeah. But we can budget. Not important right now. You do have... so if you decide to continue on, how do you want to travel? Do you want to travel stealthily? Do you want to continue as normal?
I think especially if we are within the hour, good for us to travel extra stealthily.
Okay.
I agree.
I'll break down Pony and put him back into my backpack.
Good plan. I love that you have a whole pony that can fit into your backpack.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Okay, you are traveling stealthily. You did just give me a stealth roll. Do you want to give me another one?
It seems appropriate.
Just in cases?
As much as I love carrying that 23 over, the stealth of dumping out a cup of tea versus traveling into the haunted Barrow-downs.
It's a little different. Yes.
A little different. Okay, so I will make a roll. Again, 3d6 on success for 11.
I will too.
And then 2d12. Oh, yeah, getting the Gandalf die.
Yeah.
And I rolled a 16, so that's looking promising as well. Including a 6 on one of the d6s again.
Oh, wow. So you both have amazing success. You automatically succeed, and you have great success. I don't even know what to give you.
No, we're the stealthiest group that's ever been, right?
Yep.
No one could see us. Even if
see
the Rangers were out here.
And they don't even see you. They have no clue that you're there. There are obviously other creatures within the Barrow-downs. They have no idea that you exist. They're just creepy, green, ghostly figures floating around. But you deftly navigate through them. You're rolling down mounds and hiding behind gnarled trees anyways, you do it perfect. It's so good that Aragorn would not have any idea you were coming. Like, that's how amazing you are. It's perfect.
And it's mostly Newson is just copying. So Wilford is going ahead, and whatever he does, Newson does immediately afterwards, exactly the same way.
Perfect. I love it. So you follow the green mist, the green light, and it will lead you to kind of the middle of this giant area of the Barrow-downs. It's a huge mound. There is basically a broken, ornate rock door. It's been broken for a very long time. It looks like, the green mist and green light is pouring out of it. At the foot of the mound, a lantern lies broken, its glass fogged with condensation from within, as if it still breathes. And you can feel the cold breathing out of the barrow, out of the mound, and the light within. And I think this is the perfect time to take our break, because we zoomed through the first half of my adventure. This is the first half of Fire-Breathing Kitten's adventure of the One Rings. Today I have with me Wilford.
Now we'll find out what's going on in the Barrow-downs.
And Newson.
I'm intrigued to learn more about this place.
Wonderful. And for our listeners...
No review today, but if you have a review or want to give us one, we'd love to read it for you on the air. So let us know if you've got a favorite story or character or joke that you've heard, and feel free to share with a friend.
Perfect. And we will be back soon after these messages. Bye-bye.
In the middle of this episode, we have a special treat for you. It's a podcast promotion swap with the podcast Comic Sans. They want you to know, quote, Comic Sans is a podcast about comics for the curious, hosted by seasoned reader Yen, the comics half, and page-flipping newbie Nat, the sans half. It's a comics show that's light on lore, heavy on craft, and full of laughs. Each episode dives into a new comic as the hosts explore what they love about it and break down how stories are told through the tools of the comic book trade. They read comics from all over the world, from classic crime capers and rom-com sports manga to post-colonial vampire tales, giving you just enough context to read along. Think of it as a book club for comics, or maybe a tasting menu. Whether it's your first comic or your 500th, come join Comic Sans.
Welcome back to Fire-Breathing Kittens playing The One Ring. With me today I have Newson.
Greetings.
And I have Wilford, who's going to catch you up to date.
Excellent. Good to be back. If you need a refresher or you're just joining us during the first half of our episode, for those of you paying attention at home, you may have noticed that during our first half of the episode, we were using first edition rules and setting target numbers. We'll be using second edition rules for the second half and using the target numbers as defined by our character's stats. Having named that, our adventurers, Newson and myself, Wilford, arrived in the rain outside the Prancing Pony. Hurrying in out of the rain, we discovered that we were both Fire-Breathing Kittens members, and found out from Nab, the halfling server, that Tobald Heathertoes had recently gone missing. We spoke with Barleyman Butterbeer, the local barkeep, to get more information about this. And as we were talking about the downs and their curse, their hauntings that are going by, we attracted the attention of Arundel the Ranger, who was interested in inserting himself into the conversation, but not in being a part of helping us beyond giving scant and mapping to kind of point us in the right direction. But did tell us that green fire, green glow from the downs would perhaps help us identify it in the dark. Also warned us about ghosts and curses and things like that. Suggested that many souls have been lost on the downs, and so we should just leave poor Tobald to his fate. But that perhaps if we were to be brave and go save Tobald, it might change the fate of everyone in some way. Seemed rather ominous. But anywho, so we got a pair of ready-go bags from Barleyman, and we decided to set out that evening. And so Newson and Wilford and the intrepid pony all headed off in the dark and came across a halfling woman over a campfire with her own pony by the name of Rowan, who shared with us a cup of tea, and over a banter of wits with Newson, shared with us more information about the downs, letting us know that the green light seems to arise when people are remembering battles Balagor. Balagor, son of Barathir, who is buried there, was a captain who held the Downs against the Witch King Anglemar back way back. When they held a last stand there on the Barrow-downs, where he was mortally wounded and asked his men to bury him there so that he might continue to guard it even in death, except his oath was corrupted by the Witch King's dark magic, and so leading to the cursed effect and the many people lost, such as Tobald or Locke or others yet to be named. Deciding that time was of the essence for Tobald, we continued forward in the dark, stealthing our way up to the Barrow-downs. Worth perhaps noting, we did get a song fragment from Rowan. Sleep now, bright one, under hill and stone. The stars will guard thee, though the sun is gone. So perhaps that will become pertinent at some point in the future as we prepare ourselves to enter the cold, foggy downs. And we return to our adventure with our heroes standing outside of an ornate rock door that has been broken down sometime in the past.
Perfect. You are caught up now. I will give you a perfect description, a little bit more description of the Barrow. So the wind dies as you crest the rise. The downs fall silent. There's no birds, no rustle of grass. Before you stands a low, rounded hill. Its slope slick with moss and rain. At its crown, a single standing stone leans like a crooked tooth, carved with faint runes lost to time. The air smells of iron and cold earth. The mound is one of dozens in the Barrow-downs, but this one feels wrong. It feels too deliberate. Its door faces west, half buried under centuries of turf and roots. It is broken, allowing entry from many times ago, but at its foot, a slab of white stone juts from the ground, carved with a single word in fading... Oh, I'm never going to say it right. Elvish. Do either of you speak Elvish? Quelnor or...
Technically, in this game, Newson is an elf.
Ah, well, there you go. Well, then, for some reason, Newsom, probably in your lore studies, you know Quenya, and the word is Estelle, which means hope, is carved into the white stone. You see the ground near it is disturbed with muddy footprints. There is the dropped lantern that has condensation on it. Looks like it's still breathing. And the pale imprint of a small hand. The air hums faintly. Again, there's cold breathing out of the barrow towards you. And that green glowing mist beckons you inside.
Well, this is quite ominous, isn't it?
Indeed.
But look, that lantern dropped, and these footprints, and that handprint. It seems likely that the boy Tobald was here.
I think we are in the right place. Tell me, Newson, what is your experience with spirits and the restless dead?
Well, I have encountered some wraiths before, and they were quite tricky to defeat. But luckily I had doughty companions with me who were able to assist in that endeavour. I'm not sure if the spirits here would be of the same ilk. How about yourself?
I've less dealings with ghosts and the like, more with undead and some other entities of the nature. But I'm curious, how did you defeat the wraiths that you previously encountered?
They were tied to some specific objects, and by damaging those objects, we were able to defeat the wraiths.
Wilford leans down and picks up the lantern and says, well, perhaps if things are too late for Tobald, it'd be good for us to hold on to this particular object then. He gives it a little pat.
Yes, or return it to him should we find him.
Well, yes, whatever seems to make sense in the moment.
So Newson is going to approach the entrance to the barrow. you said that there was a standing stone there with some faded runes on it. Are they too faded to read, or can Newson examine them and make anything out?
Yeah, if you'd like to try a lore check for me.
I would. So lore is Newson's favourite skill. Lore has 3 pips in that, and it's favoured.
Awesome.
And Newson also has a book of lore.
Oh,
on
great.
him. That gives him bonus
pretty
dice.
Applicable. Wonderful.
Well, it depends, I suppose, if it covers the appropriate topics. But let's have a go. So his wit's target number is 15. Lost my D12. Okay, so that is 20. So that beats 15.
Beats your 15. Perfect. The runes are very faded, but if you take a little time to try to parcel them out, you'll recognize the inscription as the Dunedain warding word against shadow. It's basically a sealing mark of Arnorian tombs, which is the mounds that are around you. These are all ancient tombs of the Arnorian people, kingdom, whatever term you want to assign it to. So this is their mark against evil entering it, but it is very worn.
Well, Newson will relay this to Wilford.
Does it look as though there might be an opportunity to restore the strength of the warding by giving it a little bit of maintenance, or chiseling the word more clearly, or doing some of those kind of things?
Yeah. If you want to try, I believe it's craft.
That sounds like a great thing. I'd love to try.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing. Cool. All right. So I will roll 3d6 and 2d12, taking the better of the d12s. Got a 9 on the d12 and an additional 7 for a total of 16.
Okay. Does that beat
It does not beat my strength number. Crafting is strength related.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So my target number for strength is 18, so I come in a little shy. Getting a lot of 1s and 2s on those D6s today.
Time to put them in jail.
Well, Newson would like to assist, because Newson is used to making repairs as well. Not quite at the level of Wilford, but Newson does have a higher strength rating and therefore a lower target number.
Yes. So assisting, adds another die, I think?
Huh?
Or am I reading that wrong?
That does ring a bell.
Should I throw another D6 and see if I get a
yes.
2 or better?
You also have a multi-tool. Did you use that?
Oh, in my head I used that multi-tool, but I did not think to invoke it for bonus.
Yeah.
That's a great point. So with the assistance and the multi-tool, golly, you got to be good. That's another 3 that's added, so I'm glad we got 2 extra dice. So 3 plus 7 plus 9 is 19, which does beat the 18 target number.
Okay, awesome.
I think you need to invest in some new dice.
Yeah. I'm going to start rolling tangible dice instead of this digital dice roller.
Right. Great. You carve the warding back into it. It's a little more visible now. You don't necessarily see a huge effect, but you do notice that the chill has cut down a little. It's not quite as cold as it was before. So it did something, but perhaps there's more to be done inside.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to do everything from out here. I do wonder a little bit about if when they first did this warding, if they perhaps invoked some enchantments, that perhaps that Sog fragment might be most pertinent here in this moment.
Well, I do wonder, though, because it's what was the word? Sleep now, bright one. So I think perhaps we have to actually see the bright one in order to invoke the song. I could be wrong,
right.
but that was my instinct.
Well, it makes sense that one way or another we'll need to venture inward, because Tobald is not here, but inside, hopefully we shall find the child.
Yes, let's go in, cautiously.
Okay. Who's going first?
I'm happy to be sneakily in the front.
Okay, perfect. So you enter in through the cracked front door, kind of ducking in to get under the top part of it that's still attached. You enter into a narrow stair that leads down between stones slick with dew. Every sound, breath, footstep, heartbeat multiplies in the dark. The air grows dense, thick with the smell of earth and the faint sweetness of decay. Walls of fitted stone glisten with moisture and pale runes like frost etched in glass. The first chamber that you enter into when you come down the stairs is roughly about 30 feet long. Its roof is a perfect dome of stone. There's broken pottery and bronze fragments lying scattered. You recognize them as funerary offerings, oil lamps, coins, even a cracked mirror of silvered glass. There are runes along the wall that look like more recent. Not recent as in somebody just carved them, but less ancient than the ancient barrows, if that makes sense. There's also a fissure in the ceiling that has cold mist dripping steadily, forming a shallow pool that will reflect your torchlight. I didn't even ask. Do you guys have torches lit? I assume so.
So this is a bit of the funness of us, like kind of porting over into new bodies, ostensibly, is that Wilford, by background as Tinker Troll, has never really needed light sources because he can see in the dark and navigate in that way. But I bet, from what I remember of my little bit of token lore, that does not translate for hobbits, and he is probably bumping around and needed to light a torch on the way in.
What about Newsom? Can he see in the dark?
No, that's not one of Newsom's abilities.
Okay. So we can assume probably in the pack that...
the ready-go bag from Barleyman.
The ready-go bag, yes. That you have torches and hopefully you have lit them. So you will see that the pool reflects your torchlight. Yeah. And you are in this first room. Would you like to take a look around or continue down?
Well, Newson is very interested in these newer runes, and so is going to examine them.
Excellent. I'm going to actually pick up the mirror. Your cracked mirrors are a bit of a dicey bag, breaking them and such. But I didn't break it myself, and the silver might be valuable if we're dealing with undead and other such things.
Perfect. Newson, give me a lore check.
So, 16, which just beats the target number of 15. But I do have a 6, so that is a great success.
Oh, wonderful. So even though the rune outside was in Quenya, somehow you were also able to read Arnorian, which is the human script. Excuse me. And it says, I stand until the last of my line returns.
Again, Newsom will relay this to Wilford.
And Wilford, the cracked mirror of silver glass is just a mirror, but you can absolutely pocket it if you would like to.
Yeah, you never know when a bit of silver might come in handy.
Very true. You do notice when you pick up the mirror, you do see small footprints in the dust on the floor, headed further into the chamber and towards the next set of stairs.
Look here, Newson. It seems that Tobald may have gone this way.
Well, we should go that way too. I am intrigued by this.
Yes, I was going to ask you before we go further. What do you make of the writing on the wall?
Well, I stand until the last of my line returns. So if that refers to the person buried here, well, we know who their father was, but we don't know about anything about their line. But then these carvings are newer, aren't they, than the tomb itself? So I'm not certain if it does refer to the person who's buried here. It could be something that someone who came later has undertaken.
It strikes me, I didn't catch from many of the people we've talked to about Balagor, whether that was a human captain or if that was an elven captain. I assumed human, but perhaps that was a wrong assumption.
Yes, we didn't ask, did we? That's not like me. I'm annoyed with myself now.
Yes, because it seemed that. Oh, I guess. Okay, yes. So my brain had put together the song fragment was separate from the wording that we found on the outside. The elven script may have predated Balagor, and this script here may be related to him specifically.
Yes. Well, maybe there will be more to learn further inside.
All right, let us continue quietly.
Perfect. If you head towards where the footsteps are leading you, you will take another set of stairs down and enter a wide circular vault. A single coffin rests at its center, carved of black stone veined with white. The lid is cracked down the middle. A pale light leaks through the seam like moonlight through storm clouds. It is a faint green glow. All around the dais stand 7 alcoves, each holding a weathered figure, armored in dust, swords crossed upon their chests. At the edge of the coffin, you will see a small, slumped figure with copper curls staring into the crack and muttering over and over and over again. But you can't quite make out what he is saying. Past the edge of the vault is another set of stairs that go down into the darkness.
The figures in the alcoves, are they just... I'm not clear. I look more closely. Are they statues? Are they suits of armor? Or are they bodies? Can I tell?
They are armored, but they're not quite corpses. They're more like stone-like husks. And if you take a closer look and the air stirs, you'll see that their cloaks still move, but they are perfectly still. So they don't look totally like corpses, but they are very creepy.
Well, as our goal is here, I think Newson is going to act, not rashly, but cautiously. He's going to walk carefully over to the coffin and attempt to take hold of young Tobald, for I fear it's he, and pull him away from the crack that he's staring into, and then attempt to break the spell.
While Newson is approaching, mechanically, Wilford draws his bow, but this is another mechanical apparatus that he kind of primes on his back with a little like launching arm, and just provides like some covering, like he's keeping an eye out and has a readied stance in case things start to kick off.
Okay. Let's see. Give me... Oh, gosh. Newson, give me a stealth check.
I
guess both of you give me a stealth check since you're both moving. The second that you do move, you will hear a whisper. It's a voice. You hear it around you as well as within you. And it says, do you remember my name?
Well, step 1, my stealth check is 15, which is exactly on my target number. So I just scraped through there.
Wilford got a 19, which exceeds his target number.
Wonderful. Awesome. Then all you hear is the whisper. And Newsom, you said you go up to assess Tobald and try to break him out of the trance?
That's correct.
Do you?
Will you give me a...
Do we
sorry,
both
go
hear
ahead.
the whisper, or just Newson
Yes.
as he's approaching?
No, you both hear the whisper. It's kind of in the air as well as within you. It's a very ghostly whisper.
Yeah, my response is quick, so I will just name that, like, under his breath, also in whisper. Wilford would say, Balagor, son of Barathir, is that you? And then whatever Newson is doing.
How do you say it? What is your tone?
It's like a stage whisper almost. Like it's that sense of, and I'll use, since you're giving me the opportunity to paint it, I think I would use the formal captain, be like, Captain Balagor, son of Barathir. Is that you?
The whisper will respond in a more sorrowful tone and say, my name. He will say, they buried me with honor and forgot my name. The north has fallen to dust. Free me, and I shall raise my hand in your defense when shadow comes again. Give me a healing roll to assess Tobald.
I shall. So I've got 3 pips on healing. And my target number is 16. Would you believe it? I've rolled exactly 16 again, but I got a 116, so it's a great success.
Oh, awesome. Okay. You shake Tobald awake and out of this trance. He's very weak. He's been here for a little while and hasn't had anything to eat or drink. He's been staring into this coffin and muttering with it. And he'll just say, oh, where's my mom? I want to go home.
Tobald, we're here to take you home. Your mother is very worried about you. Come. And Newson will lift him down off the coffin.
Okay, perfect. Do either of you respond to that voice?
Yeah. So as a scholar, Wilford is lured by dark secrets. And so I think I would be interested. Wilford is both interested in trying to gauge whether or not this voice seems trustworthy, but regardless of how trustworthy it seems, he is interested in knowing more about what it would mean to, I think he said revive or restore me.
Free me.
Free me. Ah, yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So he's going to inquire back. Perhaps one might consider this a riddle. That he would be like, how would one go about freeing you and restoring your memory?
Okay, give me a riddle roll.
All right. I'm favored at riddles, so I'm going to roll 2d12 and 3d6, and I'm going to spend a dang hope die on this because it feels important. So I'm going to go from 15 to 14 hope, giving myself a bonus die. So 4d6 and 2d12 take the better.
Okay.
Okie dokes. I got a 10 on the d12, which feels good. No 6s on the d6, but a pretty nice roll of 15, so a total of 25 on that target number.
Whoa, okay. You will riddle him. He will say, oh, gosh. You breathe the air of my homelands. I swore to guard these lands. Lend me your strength. I will fight the shadow once more. Break the seal.
Newson, are you hearing this?
I am. Do you
What's your
think
take?
this? Well, we know that the captain was wanting to guard these lands, and that would seem to be what he's trying to do now. But we also were told that it was corrupted by the Witch King's evil. But so the question we have to ask ourselves, I suppose, is this a chance for him to break free of the corruption, or is this all part of a trick? Do you have any sense as to whether the captain who you're conversing with is honest.
Has there been anything in the correspondence to weight my perception one way or the other, GM?
When you first whispered his name, his response was very sorrowful. Now his tone has gotten a little more imperious. It is more of a command, rather than him imploring you, if that makes sense.
Yeah. My intuition is that I don't know that we can trust this voice, but I am very curious about whether or not this might be of benefit both for the people of this community and perhaps to our own trials and travails of having come to this strange land through reasons unknown.
And I wish to discover the truth behind all these stories as well.
I wonder, he's waited this long. If they're going to have a council, should we, go and get the opinion of people who actually live here, so that way we don't, break something and then leave and be like, all right, well, that's yours to deal with now. Good luck.
I am of two minds. We have the boy, and perhaps there is something to be said for getting him home as soon as we can. But on the other hand, we have knowledge that others might not have. And if we set out to travel back, who knows what may befall us on that journey.
Well, here's my thought that I'll throw back your way, which is to say, if things were to all of a sudden go sideways, I feel confident that given our background with fire-breathing kittens, that we would be okay. And I look pointedly at the weak form of Tobald. I'm like, I don't know if I could say the same for everyone in this room. So perhaps we should go return the boy and then come back. Again, this guy's waited this long. It can't make a matter of a couple of days. Shouldn't matter that much, right?
I'm willing to be ruled by your view. This tomb is cracked and the light is leaking out. I feel that one way or another we're either going to be mending it or opening it. But perhaps we should at least take the boy outside. Perhaps we could take him back to the
to Rowan,
halfling lady we met. Yes.
I like that. That's a good compromise. Yes. Okay. Captain, we will be back. We just are going to escort the boy briefly outside, and then we'll be back post haste. Is there anything we need to bring with us as part of this ritual or practice?
Give me a persuade, or I mean, no, persuade.
Sure.
The other one I might see
how she takes
is courtesy.
Oh yeah, or courtesy.
I love that. They work out the same, but I love thematically the idea of courtesy being the piece here. Okay. And I will also burn a hope on this. This puts me at 13 hope. All right. So 3d6 and a d12. Oh, that's a 2 on the d12. But it is that's going to be 15, 2 of which are successes on the 3d success dices, and so for a target number of 14, handily beat it, and I have 2 bonus little success benefits that maybe get used for things.
Okay. The captain's eerie voice will echo a little calmer and say, oh gosh, return with honor and free me, for the shadow grows ever closer. And the green light doesn't disappear, but it fades a little bit.
One of the special success options on the table is to spend one success to gain insight, gaining additional information, not necessarily related to the tasks at hand. But that might be, again, if we're about to do something really foolish, that might be an opportunity here where in the courtesy exchange, maybe some additional insight is gained here.
You definitely, I will totally give you that. The choices that Newsom brought up to you feel right. There is either, it feels like either break the seal and release the captain and deal with the consequences, whether or not they be positive or negative, or it does feel like you can repair the seal, and you think of that song fragment that Rowan gave you, perhaps might aid in sealing that, to see if that would put him to rest. So you do feel that there are avenues that you could go down, either to see what happens if you release him, or perhaps he needs to be put to rest permanently. So you could see what sealing the crack would do.
All right. Well, if we go and escort Tobald to Rowan, I think along the way, I would relay that to Newson. And also I would be interested if, assuming that we're bringing out a conscious Tobald, I'll share with him from our ready go bag, and I'll be like, tell me, Tobald, did you glean anything while you were in deep study of the crypt? Tell me what you saw or experienced.
I was just looking for silverwort. It grows around here, and then there was this voice that just was talking to me, and I couldn't help but go inside, and he just kept talking to me. He's been so alone for so long. I mean, I remember all the stories about him, all the things everybody said, that now he's all twisted and different, and his oaths they're not oaths anymore. They're curses. And I just couldn't help it. I couldn't stop staring into it. And he kept promising me things. He kept telling me to remember him. And then it turned into, I don't know, promises of he would give me songs or treasures or wisdom, anything to get him out of the tomb. He wants out of the tomb so bad. But I'm not very strong, so I can't break it. So he just kept me there. And I just want to go home.
Well, we will take you home. We have a friend here who will look after you. You can sit by her fire and have a warming drink and maybe something to eat. And then we will just go and deal with the lonely voice that you heard, and then return to take you back to your mother.
Thank you.
And if you lead him back the same way, give me another stealth roll.
That makes sense. I got a 17 over my target number of 14.
Okay.
I rolled a 17 as well against my target number of 15.
Awesome. You both successfully make it back through the haunted barrows and Barrow-downs, they're one word, and back to Rowan's fire, where she is rolling out her bedroll, looking like she's getting ready to finally rest. Not to sleep, perhaps, but just to simply lay down. But she'll startle when you come out of the dark and say, what? Is that you? Are you back again?
We're sneaking up on her again.
Yeah, she was not expecting this.
We found the boy.
Yeah. Oh, alive?
Give him a poke. Yeah, seems to be.
And is he shadow sick? Is he talking to you?
He seems to be all right. There was some power in the tomb that was holding him there, but he seems to be okay now. But he is weak. I fear he has not eaten for several days.
Oh, let me get some food. And she'll bustle up and she'll, grab some more of the tea, and she'll get some cakes out of there because she's a hobbit, of course. There's some kind of potato dish, like there's everything, and she is just immediately shoving it in Tobald's hands, who will very weakly accept them, and she'll fuss over him and say, "Oh, you poor dear! Oh, it's just a miracle that you came out so blessed. That's incredible."
I'm going to give Tobald a good stare down directly in the eyes, and kind of say over my shoulder to Rowan, like, "I don't know what this shadow sickness is that you speak of. He seems fine, if perhaps traumatized, but that's a bit to be expected when dealing with the undead."
The undead. Did you see him? Did you speak to him?
Yes. The speaking, not the seeing.
And you got out alive? Is he free?
Not yet.
Not yet.
He's in kind of a partial state. There's a crack on the sepulcher that the light was coming out of. He's very interested in being made free. He said he'd fight the shadow if we did it.
Oh.
We're intending to go back and deal with him.
Oh. Well, I mean, he's been twisted by Angmar's magic for centuries. It'd be incredible if he had resisted for this long, but maybe, perhaps, somehow his honor and his virtue is still there. If Tobald survived, perhaps something else killed those other people. Who knows?
There were definitely other ghosts or specters that we dodged en route to the tomb. And the voice we spoke with seemed very fixated upon honor, which is not inherently goodness. It's adjacent. You can be honor focused and not really be good. But it's a more virtuous fixation than others.
Wow. Well, I wish you luck if you can settle him or release him and he fulfills his duty, perhaps that will also heal the lands, but I would be careful either way.
I get the impression that here in this realm, you don't have iterations or good reason to trust the restless dead.
No, they're usually pretty bad, yes. And there's a lot of them. There's a lot of haunted places around everywhere. You can't step into a wood without somebody having died there 1,000 years ago and suddenly they're in your face. Yes, we have a lot of restless people.
Yeah, I find, the people that are particularly scared of ghosts and specters don't recognize how many people have died over time. Like, there's literally, I don't know where you could go where there's not going to be someone who died at some point in the past. But yes, once they start, taking people, yeah, that's a different problem.
But it's always ancient ghosts. It's never somebody that died 10 years ago, like your Aunt Gilda or something. It's always, the ancient king of Valinor or something like that. It's very strange. There's a cutoff for ghosts. You have to be this age or older.
Well, maybe it takes some time. When you've passed over, it takes some time to manifest as a ghost, perhaps.
Oh, that's very true. So in a couple centuries or so, you might be seeing my Aunt Glinda. Very interesting. Anyways, let me get some more food into this boy. And are you returning tonight?
Well, we did say we were going. It seems like whether we tried to put the spirit to rest or whether we tried to free him, that in both cases, it might be better to hurry, if only because we might experience a more receptive return. Even if we're putting the spirit to rest, they might welcome our return. Right up to that moment that we're surprising them and being like, "Oh, surprise, we're mending the tomb and sealing you in. Good night."
That's very fair. Well, I do wish you luck on your return.
Well, let's return to the tomb then.
Very good.
Okay. Since you guys have been traveling back and forth, give me a travel roll to resist fatigue?
Yeah.
I would have made it, but I rolled the Eye of Sauron.
Oh no!
so that's a 0. Oh, it's only 0, isn't it? It's not automatic failure. But
Yes,
with only
because you're not miserable, I think, and so
Yeah, that's
that
right.
just makes it a 0.
But still, I'm not going to make it, am I? Travel is heart, isn't it? Yes. So I've rolled quite well, 13 on 3d6, but
Okay.
Shy of 16 is my target number.
Okay.
So,
I think that gives you a point of fatigue.
sure.
Do I recall that if you have no pips in a skill, do you roll like the fate die ill-favored, where you roll twice and take the lower, or you just roll the fate die?
I think you just
Ooh.
roll the fate die if you've got no pips. I'm sure. I'm fairly sure I remember reading that.
All right. I got a 1, which is not an Eye of Sauron, but it's not going to beat my target number of 14, which I get. Yeah, I mean, a Gandalf could have beat 14 on a D12, but an unsurprising result.
That's
Yes, it's not surprising we're both a little fatigued.
yeah. I think that hits your endurance. Is that it? Because
Yeah, so basically
You
it's adding up to the
to weary.
but so when your load and fatigue is more than your endurance, then I think that's when you become weary. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've got fatigue 1 and load 12, so still doing rather okay.
Still doing great there. Okay, awesome. All right. So you are headed back through the Barrow-downs.
While we're still close to the campfire and out of earshot of most of the wandering spirits, would engage Newson and say, "What's your feeling here, Newson? Sealing the crypt, releasing the old lad."
I've gone back and forth on this, and I don't think there is a right answer. Both courses of action could be beneficial. I initially was thinking free him to fight the evil, and perhaps we could assist in that. But now I'm coming more down on the side of sealing in and sending him back to sleep, because his rest is disturbed. If we can seal it and send him back to his proper rest, then that also is a positive outcome for him. What I don't want is to seal him in and having him suffer. But it's interesting, because that's only a fragment of song, isn't it? And I was just trying to recall if there was any more of that song that I know. I'm going to, if you don't mind, make a lore roll to see if I can remember any more of the song, or if there is, if there is any more. Maybe this fragment is all that's survived. So I'm going to roll lore, but I'm going to spend a point of hope, and I'm going to invoke my Rhymes of Lore feature to get 2 dice out of my hope point. Well, that is... that's only 1. It's a good thing I rolled all those dice. But I did make it, because I only rolled a 1 on the... Oh, no. I just remembered law is a favourite skill, so I get to roll a second D12. Oh, well, that's an improvement. Instead of a 1, it's a 2 now. But still, I think I'm okay, because I rolled 5d6. So that's 10, 15, 17. Yes, I did make it.
Okay.
My target number is 15 for wits.
Okay. You will, maybe as you sing it to yourself a little as you're walking through the Barrow-downs, start to remember perhaps the rest of something you've heard at some point, or you've read it in your book or something, but the rest of it will come to you. So the whole verse is, "Sleep now, bright one, under hill and stone. The stars will guard thee when the sun is gone." Wait, was that it? Where'd it go? That was it?
Yep.
And then the rest of it says, and when the north recalls her crown, when Arnor's heir shall come, rise then, captain, take your sword, and lead the lost ones home.
Oh. And when the north recalls her crown, what was the...
When Arnor's heir shall come, rise then, captain, take your sword, and lead the lost ones home. And you do recall that script on the wall that said... Oh, it's gone.
I stand until the last of my line returns?
Yes. Yes, that's what I meant. So maybe that's where you kind of piece it together. These are Arnorian mounds. This was him protecting his homeland. So perhaps Arnor's heir is his own descendant. Yeah.
The line was, when Arnor's heir is found?
When Arnor's heir shall come.
Shall come.
Yeah.
So it does seem as though there is a time when the heir will come, and then the captain will rise. And that would be the ideal outcome, but we don't know.
I wonder who this Arnor is.
Who his heir will... Arnor's a place, isn't it?
I don't know.
When I was looking in my book of lore, that's what it seemed to say.
Yes, Arnor was a great kingdom of the Dunedain in the north of Middle Earth. It was the twin to Gondor in the south. It was founded by Elendil after the fall of Numenor.
Oh, yes, of course. You all remember.
You all remember that.
The Dunedain are the Rangers, aren't they, now? So
yeah.
And we did meet a ranger, and he gave us some cryptic comment about mending everything, didn't he? So maybe we need to get him to come here.
Oh, maybe he's Arnor's heir.
Could be.
Yes, I think it strikes me that either we frame it as, we know you're fit and fighting and raring to go, but Arnor's heir isn't here yet, so back to rest with you. Or we decide that, yes, now is the time to take the sword and lead the lost ones home, but perhaps, what's his name? Arundel? Maybe Arundel, or someone that he could point us to. He needs to be present for that invocation to take full effect.
That's my feeling, but the only problem with that is that he said he was heading to the west.
Yeah, but we went right away, so maybe he's just sleeping right now, if we could still catch him. You know, and if the whole fate of the region rests on this, perhaps, whatever he's heading west for. Or maybe he can point us at someone else, like, maybe any ranger. There were multiple dark, shadowy corners. There could have been, who knows, there could have been dozens of rangers lurking around that one bar.
So, I agree with you entirely. Are we going to seal him in and wait for a future time when the heir will return? And maybe then we go back and try to pass word to Arundel? Or are we going to go and try to fetch Arundel and bring him to deal with this once and for all?
I find I'm kind of that type of individual that if I don't do something right when it's in front of me, I completely lose it. And so I'm of the mind, especially, like, we don't exactly know why we're here. Maybe this is it. So I say we go, we head back to the pony, we rouse Arundel if we get there early enough, or we try and catch him in the morning as he's having breakfast before he leaves. And then we see if we can either strong on him or one of his ranger companions to come with us back to the Downs.
You were very persuasive, Wilford, and I will go along with your suggestion.
I pull out my pony contraption and connect the automaton again, and I say, to the pony!
I never should have let you out of the Barrow-downs, Jim. Oh, no. Pivoting. Okay.
We can at least take the boy with us.
Oh, yes. We'll stop by Rowan. We'll pick up the boy. We'll take him back. That makes sense.
Will he fit on your pony?
You know what? If he doesn't fit with me, we'll let him ride, and I'll trot alongside.
Perfect. Wonderful. This works great. Okay. You will. Okay. You will return back to Rowan, and pick up Tobald. She says, "Oh, you're back. You're back so soon."
Well, we're very decisive.
Oh, did you defeat him that quickly?
No, we have a plan. We're evolving and being adaptive. We have a ranger that we're looking to procure from back in Bree, and then we'll be back out this way.
Oh, reinforcements. Excellent idea. And she will see you off. And I guess give me a travel back to the pony.
I love the notion that like Tobald laid down on like a bedroll for like a half hour, 40 minutes. And then we're like, come on, buddy, time to go.
He's still trying to spoon the potato soup into his mouth, and you're like, we gotta go. And he's like, oh, okay.
You don't want to eat too much too quickly anyway. If you've not eaten for a few days, it's bad for the digestion to eat too much right away at once. You're going to want to pace yourself.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay, give me some travel rolls because you have not rested, and you are now running back to the Prancing Pony.
Well, I'm the scout, aren't I? So I'm the one who's planning and making the travel. But I don't want anything to befall us now because we're so close to the close to the, I feel, to the conclusion of this intriguing story. So I'm going to use my elven skill. So I'm going to spend one hope to achieve a magical success on my travel roll. So that's an automatic success. And I just roll to see if I get any, degrees of success. So I did, in fact, roll a 6 as well. So that is a great success.
Okay, awesome.
Just because I know that if we succeed, if we go on the road and we get there as quickly as we can, then we won't run into anything untoward on the way.
Yeah, perfect. You make it back to the Prancing Pony in record time, faster than you exited, probably because you have come this way before, and it's just a direct backwards. And yeah, it is quite late. Probably 2 or 3 in the morning, but you arrive back to the Prancing Pony. Who knows what time you started out? The rain makes it seem dark. It might not have been night at all. The Prancing Pony is pretty empty. There's no one really. All of those jovial people have left. But the barkeep is still behind. No, he is in front of his bar. And he is talking with a very anxious looking woman with copper curls. And she's wringing her hands, and when the door opens, they turn around quickly to look at you, and this woman goes, "Tobald, my baby!" And she'll run over and grasp Tobald into her bosom, and is just clutching him and weeping and sobbing, and is just so grateful to see him. "You found him! I can't believe you found him! How did you find him?"
With the knowledge and perseverance and the help of our friends.
And Barleyman, the innkeeper, will walk over and say, "You actually survived all of that?"
Yes, but we've got to go back.
Back? Why would you go back?
We think that we can alleviate the curse that the Barrow-downs have had over this land.
The curse? The curse that no one has ever been able to break?
Yeah, us. We're the ones that are going to do it here tonight. That's the plan.
That's incredible. You certainly don't owe me anything for those packs now.
But tell us, Barleyman, that ranger with whom we spoke earlier, Arundel, is he still in the inn?
Yes, he has a room upstairs.
Which room?
He'll quickly lead you up the stairs to the last room, of course, down the corridor. And he'll quickly rap on the door, knock, and say, "Arundel, Arundel." And it will the door will burst open. And of course, he's still fully dressed in his ranger gear with his bow. You know, he obviously wasn't actually sleeping because the rangers don't rest.
He just sits in a chair with his bow drawn, pointed at the closed door all night.
Yeah. You see that there are pillows in the bed to make it look like there was a sleeping person in there. And yeah, of course. Because all of the rangers are the exact same, and I love it. And he'll say, What is it, Barleyman? They've returned. You've succeeded.
Well,
or did you fail?
We've partially succeeded, but we have a question for you. Are you, by any chance, or do you know of someone who is the descendant and heir of the captain buried in the Barrow-downs? I pay close attention to his reaction.
Okay. Roll me an insight or a persuade.
Neither of those is going to work for me, so I'm side-eyeing. Well, I suppose... carry on.
I mean, I'm much too, but I think I would also chime in and be like, and if perhaps not that specific, even if you're Arnor's heir, which I assume is a regional space, if you have some lineage to that area, that might suffice. And then I will happily roll either of those. Maybe I'll roll persuade because I'm trying to be like, you could be either of these things. You know, what works for you, man? And then I'm going to spend a hope on it. So that way I'll roll 3d6 and a d12. D12 is a 9. That's auspicious. And then 5, 4, 3 is going to be an additional 12. 21 beats my target number of 14.
Okay. You see a level of shame cross his face. It's very fast. It's a little bit of a flicker. And he will nod and he will say, I am one of those heirs. I am one of Arnor's heirs. Yes. There are a few of us, but we are all hunted. The Witch King and his followers continue to hunt us down, to destroy us, so that we cannot rise again. But how do you know this? How has this come to light?
Do you not recall the song of old? Sleep now, bright one, under hill and stone. The stars will guard thee, though the sun is gone. And when the north recalls her crown, when Arnor's heir shall come, rise then, captain, take your sword, and lead the lost ones home.
Yes. It is a song I haven't heard since I was on my mother's knee, but I am not one to take up the crown. I am not one to rule. I'm simply here to survive.
Oh, I did forget about that whole crown recalling bit. We're really fixated here on the heir and the sword taking. Like, we think that might be the thing that replies to Balingor.
But do you not think it would be best for all? You indicated to us earlier that maybe we could help, and if it's the captain who will rise and take his sword and lead the lost ones home. So all you have to do is return, and then the captain will actually take the action. And you do not have to take the crown. Just recall it.
Oh, I like that. Yes. Just think of the noble and honorable thing in this moment.
The honorable thing. Those barrows are cursed. I would see them sealed and marked forbidden. I would see them closed and destroyed. Not to be brought back. Our line is cursed. Angmar has cursed us all. It would only bring more evil into this land.
Well, that is your decision. We certainly cannot raise the captain ourselves because we are not heirs of Arnor. So if you do not wish to return with us and set things right, then our only option is to, as you say, seal the tomb and trap the captain in forever.
He kind of shakes his head wearily and hangs it. He says, I have my path lies elsewhere. I am not the one. I am not the heir he is looking for.
Do you say
There will
that
be
because you
others.
know who the heir is, or is this just a deflection? Are you familiar with a self-fulfilling prophecy?
He'll say, there are others that will fulfill this prophecy. There are others like me. I'm not the only heir, even though we are a small, since the Northern Kingdom is no more. If you insist, I will go with you to put him to rest. But I cannot stay to reclaim this crown.
Wilford, if the ranger does not wish to go and does not wish to follow the path we have set out for him, we cannot make him. Everyone must choose their own path in the end. We can seal the tomb, and the heir will come another day.
Although I did just hear him offer to help us, seal the tomb. There might, once we, pivot and go to, sealing instead of releasing, there might be some kind of, blowback where perhaps if you wanted to come with us, looking to Arendelle, that could be helpful. I don't know. We are both scholars by trade. Your skill with the sword may be helpful in this.
I will warn you. However, the captain is perhaps only one of many twisted souls there. When Angmar's sorcery swept the land, all of their tombs became prisons. He is probably not what he once was, so if we go to raise him, we may have a fight on our hands. Are you prepared to fight?
If you wish to seal the tomb, then I'm prepared to seal it, and leave the song to be fulfilled another time.
I concur.
I think that one day the captain will rise and lead those other lost ones home, but perhaps that day is not today. But you will accompany us to the tomb to see it sealed. Is that agreed?
Yes.
And sensing some hesitation, Wilford will be like, "And a deal is struck," and then immediately clasp Arendelle's hand.
Wonderful. Yes, you have now added a ranger to your party. Arendelle. Yeah, he is already ready because he is a ranger and they are always prepared.
I bet he's got a proper horse and everything.
He does. He has a proper pony. If you go into the go with him into the stables, you'll read Knob's counterpart, Bob, who wakes from the straw and goes, Mr. Ranger, sir, do you need your horse ready? And Arendelle will say, yes, young Bob. And Bob will rush over and get his beautiful stallion ready. And Arendelle will turn back to you and say, are you ready to take on this path?
Yes.
I am.
Okay.
I love the idea that the horse was also just sitting there with a crossbow, just waiting.
The horse was also not sleeping, fully prepared
Just
at
ready.
all times. Yep, ready to go. I do not have a name for the horse, but I probably should. Okay, so you set off from the Prancing Pony once again. You head back through. Would you like to give me another roll to travel again?
Yeah. Unless the Arendelle takes lead, I think Wilford would just look for Newson to, once again.
That's true. Well, and Newson, you got an incredible roll last time, right? Headed back. Yeah, you got an automatic success.
Yeah, with
so
a
I
great
think
success.
at this point, you're so perfect at this path. You will never forget this path for the rest of your life. So nothing stops you along your way. Do you stop by Rowan again, who is settled into her
I don't think we need to
settled
wake.
into
I
the
don't think
fire.
we need to wake her up again.
Yeah, we just like ride past. This is the third, fourth time we've gone by her campfire.
Perfect. All right, you arrive back at, oh my gosh, this is not the direction I was going for. You arrive back at the barrow. It is still as creepy, but now you are approaching dawn. Some light is starting to peek over the horizon. It's right back at that hour when it's almost darker than dark. Right before the dawn, of course. And the barrow seems to be the exact same.
So we'll head in and go down to the chamber where we found the boy with the cracked tomb, and we, carefully, obviously, we'll point out the salient features to Arundel as we head in. Just before we attempt to seal the tomb, I want to just have you said that there were some stairs leading down out of this room. I just want to. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
There was another exit.
Well, right. There is another area beneath it. If you point it, or if you discuss that with Arundel beforehand, he will explain that that's where the rest of the catacombs are, the rest of the tombs that
I see they're
the
connected.
captain was guarding.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
These barrow lands have been around for generations before even the captain. So when he was guarding this area from Angmar, it was because this is where all of their history is buried. So it leads to more tombs, basically. Mm-hmm. But Arundel is stoic but uncomfortable. You can see that he is staring at everything on the walls and really in shock at being in here. He's never been here before. And when you approach into the chamber with the catacombs, or with the what am I talking about?
The tomb.
Thank you. The tomb. Yes, in the tomb. The voice will sound again, like the captain's voice, and the green light will glow even brighter, and he will say, "You have returned. Free me, as you have promised." Or, yes, as you said.
I'm not going to. Wilford isn't going to say anything, but he's going to just kind of stride purposefully towards the coffin and begin inspecting it with intention of like, oh, what's the way I'm going to seal this up, but like kind of not giving the game away, so to speak, yet, just like sizing it up.
Okay. Let's see. You see, again, it's a single coffin. In the center, it's carved of black stone veined with white. And on the lid, it's a seal stone. It's crown and stars, 7 stars, like the 7 brothers that are buried here with him. And it has been cracked. It does look like it could be repaired. With maybe careful pressure and a binding song. But the light is very bright. It's very distracting, and there's more whispers coming from it as you approach it. More ephemeral promises of, if you release me, I will defeat the shadow. I will give you great riches. I will give you great honor. We will bring you, your name will be sung in songs for the rest of history. And you should probably make a roll if there's something to resist.
Yeah, I love that list of things that he offered, because riches, honor, my name being told, none of that lands home for Wilford. And as a hobbit, I gain 1 extra die on shadow tests to resist greed.
Ooh. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it then.
All right. How do shadow rolls work? That is a thing I don't remember mechanically.
Let's see.
So, shadow tests rolls are based using either valor or wisdom, depending on the specific source of shadow. Shadow tester resolves any other roll by using a feat dice plus a number of success dice equal to the character's appropriate rating. But that's cancelling shadow, right? That's cancelling shadow.
The sources. Oh, it does say later on. Yeah, sources of shadow.
So, adventures reduce or cancel the effects of greed with a shadow test of wisdom. That's what I'm seeing.
Shadow test of wisdom, it looks like.
Okay. Is that like a wits or a heart target number, or what's the target number then determined by?
So wisdom is against wits.
Got it. Okay, so I have 2 of wisdom, so that's going to give me 2 success die to start. A bonus success die because it's, he's targeting greed and saying like, oh, I'll promise you all these things if you just help me out. So 3 success die, and then I'm going to roll a fate die, and that will be against all my wits target number of 14. That sound good?
Okay, perfect.
That's a 2 on the fate die. What do we got here? Hey, bangarang! Double 6s and a 5. That's going to be 19 total with a couple of extra successes.
Wow, perfect.
And does Newson is obviously going over as to help seal the tomb. Does that mean that Newson has to make a test as well?
Yeah, to resist the call.
Yeah. Although again, Newson's not particularly interested in wealth, but doesn't have the same hobbits. I think so. Again, it's 2. And my target number is 15. So I think that Newson is going to have to spend a hope here in order to get a bonus dice. And I'm going to attempt to invoke my wary feature.
Okay.
To give me a two dice, 2 bonus dice on that roll. So which way is that? It's 9. So yes. Oh, that's a good roll. That is 29, including a 6, so that's a great success.
Wow, that's awesome. Okay, you are both able to very easily resist his calls. Do you respond to them at all to try to calm him, like the courtesy, the calming, anything? Do you respond at all to him?
Whether or not this is the right tact to take with the spirit, what Wilford does in this moment is like, oh, I see what you got here. You got the problem here is you got a crack running through your through line here. These are standard Honorian style tombstones. They're meant to be slid as one large solid piece, either into place or off place. So we're just going to fix that up a little bit quick before we can crack this thing open properly. So here, just don't mind me as I'm squaring this up. We just got to get this patched up, and then we'll get you out of there right second. Don't mind me. I just like to sing to myself while I work. It's just a little way to pass the time. We'll get this done and fixed up in just 2 GIFs. And then I'm I'm going to pop out my multi-tool and start going to work and sing softly at first and with increasing strength the song fragments that we've received. As I look to seal this back together.
That is incredible. Perfect. Give me a craft roll, and I think you get advantage because of the song.
All right. So
it's favored. Newson is the other side of the tomb, and obviously he's helping from that side, pushing the other side, so the 2 sides together.
Okay, so you can add a roll with thanks to that help for sure.
Yeah, and then I'm also going to spend a hope point.
Okay.
And Newson's singing as well, obviously. Newson knows the song.
It says it's a great song test as well. Something about that. Great song test. But definitely give me the craft roll
Ooh.
to see if you can seal it.
Sometimes the dice say yes. So I got 16 total pips on my success dice, and then I rolled a Gandalf on my fate die.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Can I? And if maybe I can roll for the song.
Yeah.
Okay. That'd be great.
Although, actually, I'm really tempted here because now we're right at the crux, aren't we? So I'm I'm going to spend another hope point using my elven skill to magically succeed.
Yeah. Invoke the magics.
This seems
That's
like a
amazing.
good time to do it. And I didn't roll any great successes, but it's a magical success. It's a good thing I did as well because I would have failed.
Oh, yes. Well, good. I'm glad. Okay. Wow. Yes. So you using your craft tools and the pressure from Newson and Arundel will come over to press on the other side to help you push it together. And as you're singing the song, you can hear the captain's voice just continuing his promises at first, continuing his begging. And then as it slowly closes, you can hear his voice changes from that persuasive dominance back into this softer, more noble voice that says, I remember the oaths. I remember my oaths. I remember my honor. And he will finally, as you're closing it, he will say, when Arnor's heir returns, wake me once more. And you will close the rift, and instead of a green mist, you will see a silvery mist has now taken over the barrows, and that creepy despair feeling has faded. And the statues appear to be more whole, to be more well-formed again. Instead of husks, they are statues of noble men again. And you have succeeded in closing the tomb
Yeah.
and not disturbing him. Yeah. Fun fact, if you had broken the seal, you would have fought a Barrow Wight. But you have successfully closed it. What would you like to do now?
I think as we close it, I'm going to turn, like as we walk up out of the tomb, going to turn to Arundel and be like, thank you for coming with us. It was a little touch and go about how this was going to go, but we appreciate you being here, and now you will be able to spread the word, for our time here is at an end. And then I'm going to like close my eyes and stand there expecting to like teleport away or disapparate, and then like open one eye and look around and be like, shoot. All right, well, I mean, all those things are still true, but I'm going to find a different way home.
He will nod and he will say, I'm not sure why you just stood there, but thank you. I am almost relieved to know that I am not Arnor's heir, at least not this one. And now I can continue on my journey to the west, and this land can be free of that, at least one particular evil. Lots more evil in this land, still many more evil. And he will shake your hand, and he will start walking off towards the Prancing Pony. And the morning sunlight begins to crest over the road. The mist begins to burn away, and the downs almost look ordinary, except for one glint of sunlight shaped like a crown that's fading as you turn away. And with that glint of sunlight, your eyes kind of close to get away from the sun briefly, and when you reopen them, you are back in Nicomoy within the Fire-Breathing Kittens Guild Hall. And you are no longer a hobbit and an elf, you are back to your normal selves.
Well, that was one of the strangest experiences that I've ever had. I don't know about you, Wilford.
Yeah, it certainly ranks up there. But Well met, Newson. Good to have shared this venture together.
Yes, indeed. I'm always keen to make new friends, and you certainly are one of my friends now.
Likewise.
Wonderful. You will find that, Wilford, you didn't return Tobald's lantern. You still have it on you.
Oh.
And it is a minor magical item. Its flame will sometimes flicker green to show unseen paths.
Neat.
So that's a fun a magic item. And what was it? Oh, for your success with the song, Newson, you get, where was it? Basically the song stays with you, and at another point when you are in danger, you can use it to, if you sing it, you can use it to get, I think, advantage on some of your rolls. Obviously, if you're playing in a different system, it would be good to get permission from that GM before using it, but you have this magical song with you now.
That's certainly something that Newson appreciates, to have a song with magic in their mind.
Yeah, wonderful. And that is basically that is our adventure of the One Ring. Hopefully everybody enjoyed it. I certainly did. It was fun to mix some of the actual lore of Lord of the Rings and hopefully not mess it up too bad. And hopefully you guys had a good time as well. Awesome. Well, if anybody has any reviews, again, please go ahead and leave that on our iTunes or any place that you find our podcasts. And we will see you next time for Fire Breathing Kittens.
Take care, everyone.
Thank you.
Farewell.
Bye.